You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Yeah, it's that dude in the back with the red hair.
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
We will be. We'll be ready though. Any last words, Leon? I'm gonna talk to you really quick.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. I'm not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna go. No, I didn't want to talk to. Oh, I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. And Sayaka's on it. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. So I raised my voice to try and give myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds and toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Why can everyone hear me? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Welcome to the courtroom. You finally arrived. What did you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now. Hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. They set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it would be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto someone else. So where am I standing? Okay, so Leon's right there. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat. So the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. I'm gonna save the data. Yes, please. Yes. Pre-trial prep. Open e-handbook. I don't understand why they're called truth bullets, but I'm going to assume I have to use them somehow. So I'm going to use the shattered crystal ball, the incinerator, always account, and the dying message. I don't know how many I get to use. Set skills. I have a skill from talking to. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Costs 3 SP. I guess I'll use that, but I think that's all I have. So I guess I'm ready. I don't know how this is gonna work. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment, and I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because
Oh, that's
they died.
creepy.
Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
That's a good question.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Hell yes. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any irrelevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so I'm probably not going to talk too much because apparently it's going to be fast. So, I hope you enjoy and make your argument evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Yes.
In the bathroom.
Yes.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
That's not right, though. Huh? Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words in a different appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots, so when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the control key. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yes.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Wait, we're shooting the ones
So
that
it
were
seems
right?
most likely
Or the
that
ones that were wrong? I
the
forget.
killer must have taken her by surprise
Surprise.
while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
There we go, that's what we have to shoot.
No, it's wrong.
Break! Don't know what that means.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Well, Sayaka and
Between
someone.
Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Yeah.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene.
I don't really like this guy, but I agree with him there.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Sounds like Monokuma right there. I wonder if I should worry about that. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. There's a knife in her body to make your argument. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without
Yes.
a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yes.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Not some random knife.
How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Because the object that was thrust into Sayaka's stomach was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So what was used to kill her?
I thought I shot that.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust
I must
into
have
her
just
stomach.
barely missed.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they
What
had
happens if
on him.
things keep going?
How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
Okay, so it must have not registered that I shot at it.
So what was used to kill her?
Oops, I'm not trying to.
There was some kind of sharp object.
I think I've got
thrust
one
into her
shot
stomach.
left, so that's not good.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
I gotta line up my shot
So
more
the killer used some random
perfectly.
knife they had on him.
There we go. That worked.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm
Yes.
almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Yep.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
Oh, keep talking.
I mean, we all
Leon.
know Makoto killed her, right?
No.
Right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's
Thank
the
you,
point
Kyoko.
of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Leon.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal
Kyoko
itself.
knows who's guilty.
You really believe that?
She's just not saying it for some reason. She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Just to make sure, you can concentrate by holding down the space key. If you're concentrating, time will slow down. Okay. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus charge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate. The focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Okay. Make your argument. Analyze the count. Yes.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody was in the dining hall.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Thank
The
you.
knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect
Really?
each other? Idiot swimmer girl?
That's what you're worried about right
Oh,
now?
and more importantly, why would I
Yeah,
get
thank you.
involved in something
Priorities,
like that?
please.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
I love how aggressive he gets. We're all stupid.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just
I mean,
said
that's
she
a
was
fair
in the
enough
dining hall.
assertion.
No, no way! I swear
We know
it
it's
wasn't
wrong,
me.
but it's a fair...
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Oh,
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well,
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
oh.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You
Well, okay
stayed
then.
over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms.
Which is the same
But it doesn't say
conclusion
we have to
Sayaka
stay in
and I
our
came
assigned
to.
room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Taka?
It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
The dude standing right next to you.
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come
It's
to the
gonna be
dining hall
Leon.
while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Was it a suicide? Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Sayaka?
I got it!
But that could have been self-defense?
Sayaka's the one who
That could have
took
been
the knife?
self-defense.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
So it was either self-defense or suicide.
When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most
Is
likely...
it a suicide?
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was
Yes,
killed with
that
it?
would be my guess, because there's a...
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess him.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about,
The hair.
don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Things advance further in a class trial. The Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and left mouse button to shoot. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that shouldn't have been at the scene, but wasn't. Must be the crucial point. Just figure out what that something is. It's hair. Why is it not letting me shoot the R? Oh, I have to shoot it multiple times.
Now I understand.
Because Kyoko knows everything, I think.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been
That's
there.
not right.
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do
Yeah,
something
see,
about
thank
the
you,
body
Kyoko.
itself.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the
Because they cleaned up.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Correct?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No, but I could have more evidence to show you who is the
No.
killer.
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Yes, they
What do you
did.
mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Doorknob. Prevent key item.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was
And it
completely
was taken
broken.
apart by a screwdriver, and all the guys
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's
and the
about
guys all
ready to
got
fall off?
toolkits,
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
like Leo.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Not lock.
This is
Kyoko.
another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
He's getting worried.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You
Kyoko.
still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Nah, I think I got it. I'm gonna see what happens. Make your argument. Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Yes.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Not quite.
Because Sayaka had locked
Oh,
it.
no. Oh, I'm glad I missed now, because that's the
And
part I need.
finally,
Oh, no.
The culprit
They-
had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job,
They moved just a little bit sometimes, and it's
It was
annoying.
you, wasn't it, Makoto?
Shut up,
Admit
Toko.
it. We already know the answer.
I just need to wait for my shot to come around again. It's not because the door was locked. Yeah, I know. No, there's a different reason entirely. Yeah, so it's
The
gonna
incident
restart,
took
and I'm
place
gonna
in
have to just
Makoto's
make sure I
room.
actually line it up properly.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
That's not it.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Yes.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
You can't lock a boy's bathroom door.
No, that's wrong.
That sounded kind of wrong to say. You can't lock a boy's bathroom door.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walk-in bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh?
What are you
Yeah,
talking
he's
about?
getting nervous.
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
I like how the music changes. He has his own theme.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first
The
place?
switched nameplates.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
He was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the bathroom door actually couldn't be locked. That was the important detail of the crime. The important they didn't know was that it took place in my room.
I got it!
Because the nameplates were
Killer must
switched.
not have realized that it was my—
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely
Yeah,
right.
Kyoko.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since
Yep.
I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite
He doesn't
possibility.
even want to admit it.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide
I know
on
who
we
did it.
think did it?
Wilma, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good
Oh, he's
idea?
panicked as all heck.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions?
I do.
It does not.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one
But
question.
you have a question.
Oh, you.
Huh.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Thank you, Taka.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
That is a question I'm not sure about.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
This is something I'm not sure about. I
They
don't-
could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
She asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. So no one said, hey, Sayako, let me someone else in because we switched rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. Oh wait, we've read this out loud already once in this episode, so I'm not gonna keep it out.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
You're suggesting it's a suicide.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, But look at this.
Yeah,
and
because
tell
I
me,
can't figure out how Leon
can
would
you
have gotten
still
into
deny the
the...
possibility?
Something I want to talk about. Just us two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. I don't remember. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
I didn't even look at the name.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh?
It's an assistant suicide.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Well, then why'd you have to
Sayaka's
ask?
signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Uh-oh. My argument. Dorm nameplate, so that's what I have to watch out for.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
So I'm gonna shoot at that one. Oh, nope. Meaningless words tire me, please stop wasting my time. I need to consider this carefully one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were
So
asked
that was
to
wrong,
come
I was
to,
impatient.
it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, I'm not gonna go for it.
So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
Damn it, that was my shot. I missed it. Killed an environment instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms.
Sayaka
Yeah,
and Makoto
okay, so now I know where I need to
switched
shoot
rooms,
at least.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, that's wrong.
That... Not quite, right there.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only person who knew we had switched rooms.
I got it!
You don't got it, it's
Me and
obvious.
Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
So wait, what if Sayaka tried to kill Leon? Leon could have grabbed the knife from her, and that would possibly be why her wrist got broken, and he killed Sayaka. Sayaka, in a bit of revenge, wrote his name on the wall in her blood.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and
No, she had
attacked
the
her.
knife.
We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
I like these two.
Sayaka fought with your killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then
We just have to figure
we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword
Yeah.
at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
But how the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with a fake sword is because there was gold on her wrist. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt there's gold on it.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see.
Yeah.
And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room and what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, this time I will. We're getting used to these non-stop debates. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Which is like with the weak spots, only one of these bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute the statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. Press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be lowered in the cylinder. I set, not kind, but whatever the middle one is. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. So we get replica sword sheet, kitchen knife set, and replica sword. Lots of blades.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with
And that's exactly what happened.
That seems about right though. I'm not sure what. Oh, the sheath. The sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, that means I got it right.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's
I
going on.
didn't think I'd like Mondo, but I'm
If
liking
the
it.
sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive
Sayaka
impulse.
struck first.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife
And you know Sayaka has the
attacked
knife.
first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and...
That's possible, but
finished
I
it.
don't
Sorry,
think so.
but
Yeah,
I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Sayaka tried to kill Leon.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of your body that shows she never used the sword. Never used the sword, which part? Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
She tried to
How
kill
can you
Leon.
know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before,
Yeah.
the gold, in fact, if you look, you'll notice it's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Water's turned off at nighttime.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold clothing off her hands because there's a regulation that talks. The water is turned off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around
This is going
1:30
way
a.m.
longer than I thought it was.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
We've been here for several days.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Okay then.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a
Take it as an
compliment.
insult.
Insult, obviously.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword,
And she attacked
then
with
that
the
means
knife.
the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the
Yeah.
one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have to be the one without the sword. Sayaka. She tried to lure Leon in to kill him.
She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka. Yep.
Now do you understand? She
Yeah.
wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Kyoko got to it first. I figured it out.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Yep. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Yeah.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Yeah. It's possible. Yeah, Kyoko knows.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Yeah.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Yes.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yep.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Yep.
Just hold on. That can't be
Yes, it
true.
can, Makoto.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Yes.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Which brings us into a whole nother set of evidence.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? And as far as clues go, there's nothing left. There's several things left, dude. With your argument. Dying message. I'm going to dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Wrong.
No, it's wrong.
Funny that you should bring it up since my information is on your name.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message.
Yeah.
She wrote 11037.
Turn it
written in her own
around.
blood.
Turn it.
There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes. Because left index finger was
I got it!
covered in blood.
Her left index finger. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Guys, you're a bunch of idiots.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about
It
numbers.
has nothing to
and
do with numbers.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of
Because they're
meaning
not
in these numbers.
you freaking idiot. Thank
It's
you,
because they're
Kyoko.
not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers,
Thank you,
assuming
Hifumi.
they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Yes.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there. Looking at it now,
You could also read
you
it
could
as
also
an
read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are...
Yeah, yours are. Mine aren't. I figured all this out already.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more...
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180
Thank you,
degrees.
Kyoko. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see.
Yeah, you...
She wrote down the
Did
killer's
it take
name.
you so long to realize that?
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who
Did,
did it.
but
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals that the real killer's name, turn the message 180 degrees, should become crystal clear. Select someone. No, 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 no. Where's Leon? There he is. You.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Baseball.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy
Kyoko
the
figured
evidence?
that out too?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah, this part. Yeah, I need to remember the right click.
I got it.
Left.
You mean
Burnt shirt.
the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by
Holy
the
shit, this
incinerator,
taking forever.
right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude
No, but
that
shattered
Leon
crystal
is
shards
guilty?
are.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone
Yes,
isn't
there
enough.
are.
But there are some other points.
Are you finally starting to understand?
Why are you
The
acting like a
answers to
freaking
all the riddles
tutorial?
are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel there's nothing to get rid of. Where it was disposed of? I'm gonna say where. Now the trash room incinerator, right? How the fuck's that supposed to make anything clear?
Shoot!
Like I just embarrassed myself in front of everyone. How then? Or when? How? Because they threw it.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should...
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
He just realized he was accusing him. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Shattered crystal ball. Yep.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
This will contradict that,
The
right?
only one who could get to
Nope.
the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close
No,
to
you
the
wouldn't, because you
incinerator.
can throw a small little object like a baseball star would be able to do.
Hold on. I think I know how...
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's
Because
busted to
someone
hell.
threw it at the button.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
Throw it. Which was not divine with it, not roll it, you'd throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. The bright sun was off last time I was here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass,
I'm like Kyoku right now, because I'm a step ahead of everybody.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
How much challenged off with the killer because ultimate baseball star.
I got it!
Yeah.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Yoko?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it?
Alright, what bit of evidence do you have that
Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make this crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do. I guess there's one last element to bring the case trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panel. Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Begin. Okay. So, waited to come in. Sayaka attacked. The other person pulled out the sword out of self-defense. Wait. Oh, no. Okay. What comes first here? I'm not sure. It's going backwards compared to what I'm used to. Wait, what on earth? Okay, I have these to get. So let's go with the stuff I know. So that's her wrist getting broken. So here's where this one comes in. Then yeah, she hides in the bathroom. They kill this part. They have to clean up the evidence. Make the throw. Oh no, not the throw yet. This is where they make the throw, because that's throwing the glass ball. And yeah, I think that should be everything, but I'm not sure. A piece of evidence should have been left behind in the trash room was the charred shirt piece, but I can't put that there. Oh, I have more. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, the glass ball. Okay, I didn't realize I had more options. So So the first one is this one. They pull out the sword. Or maybe they pull out the sword here. This is... The sword's behind them. She rushes. They grab the sword. Break her wrist. That would be where the knife falls. So now I've still got this piece. Where would that go? Yeah, the knife falls out there, so where does this sword go? There's no other blank spots. So I think that sword is just a red herring.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the... Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Yeah.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
No, I didn't lay out my reason right. I need to rearrange the events of the case. This one's supposed to go there? Then where does dropping the knife come in? Because that's how they got in. Is that it? Because there's nowhere else it can go.
The killer is you! During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Yeah.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen.
Oh, so I didn't need to put that there.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife,
killed her,
and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
Yes.
To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they...
Sorry, I'm skipping some of these because I'm trying to get this video over. It's going forever.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
See, I'm just gonna kind of quickly skip past the rest
The
of
killer
these.
managed to throw
Sorry.
the ball through any normal person. That'd be it, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball,
Can't
thrown, which then quickly roared to life. having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire. The killer didn't notice this.
Very dramatic.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Break.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's
I'm
the
fairly
evidence?
certain we had evidence.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
You have the evidence? The first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely, because we're not done yet, apparently. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as bullet time battle, aka the BT dub. In BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Actually, button press them to each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy that statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute the statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence grade reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. I don't think I'm nervous about this one. Well then, good luck and have fun. I'm not sure how good I'm gonna be at this.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
From the door to remove the screws. Could have been.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid,
Okay.
stupid, stupid!
After indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer, I need to figure it out. Oh dear. Here we go. The moment of truth. Yep.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lied! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
Okay, I can handle it.
You kidding me? Not a chance! You lied! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid!
Failed? I thought I had it. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Have you already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the black one. I think I thought I had it. I thought I was doing good. Oh shit. No. It's Makoto! Makoto is not the black one. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everybody else must now be punished.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Damn it! What do you say? Want to give it another shot? Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
I thought I did pretty good. First bullet time battle is about to begin. Yeah, let me run through the instructions one more time. When it's in class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. Like to refer this is the bullet time battle. You want to destroy your opponent's statement in time with the rhythm. And you match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across. I got that part. Press the right mouse button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. That was the part I had trouble with. I couldn't seem to lock on at all. So the second you start a combo. Keep this going, you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down. Okay, let's try this again. Deal enough damage to your weak spot statement will appear. Left truth bullet, just like any other statement. Keep the statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like before, your influence gauge reaches 0, you run out of time. Okay.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, instead,
I can't skip
they
this.
must have used...
I refuse to acknowledge you! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Okay. Moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Shut up. Stupid. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up.
Final strike.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay, so the thing I didn't realize, you can only right-click when the tempo marker is on in the
The
center.
screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be
that's
a
what I was thinking,
screwdriver,
right?
right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
That's disturbing.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
That's very disturbing. I got an A. Pretty much. Oh, I only got a C in the last thing, which makes sense, but that didn't drag me down too much. Oh, I got some mono coins. 71. Is that what that says?
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our vote? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay,
Well, that was an odd
then
pause.
let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
The vote. I couldn't seem to. I didn't do anything there. That was a complete cutscene. Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the money. The Blacken in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Still disturbing. Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
Killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
Expect me to just accept my death? Everything has become clear. The decision we made was right after all. When I think about that, honestly I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because what we came up with is really the truth. And the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped in here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. Desperation, I told you about that. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To have seen something like that happen to them. And Sayaka did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. I told you I didn't trust her. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy, the entertainment industry must be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, I really do. Yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. Don't do that. But...
That's enough.
Thank you, Kyoko. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron. Strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm
If you want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes,
Now
indeed.
then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Blackened, Leon Kuwata, will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
I was just
it.
protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? Before she went to the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own tool? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. You came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you
You
understand?
had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? No,
So
that's not.
that's-
Stop it. I've had enough of this. Are
Oh,
you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? You killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? You can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him. So, if it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetrate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
No!
Oh dear. Leon's been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Uh-oh. There's... What's he getting dragged toward? A baseball field. It's a pitching machine. He's gonna... Nope, it's a gun. Or is it a pitching machine? It's a pitching machine. He's going to die by high-velocity baseballs to the face. I couldn't quite figure out what that said. Or not even to the face. Oh, now it's... Wow. Well, yeah, that just happened. What we saw was the true face of despair. And if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline's pumping right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? Just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is try to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. That's only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. In this case, dark, awful secret society type of bear!
Well...
Why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? If you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course you can't cut free from the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever? What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. Is this gonna start breaking the fourth wall on me? I need to save some of the fun for later. Everyone refers to the people who play the game. Just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a
Makoto,
second.
can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out. So
Listen.
before the class trial started, you had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her. Can you speak to the dead?
However,
You can't ask her. You can't infer it, don't you think? The final thought is how she could protect you. What?
so
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proved it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her. That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was. She was
Anyway.
uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone, or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It's almost
Right.
ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. No, I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. Sorry, I thought she was talking again and I'd spoken her voice. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. When she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Oh no, that actually got me in the feels there. No. To survive. The end. there are 12 students. I almost forgot about Junko and all that. Oh, that actually hurt. The spare bat. Oh, no, that's wrong. Yes, save data. Yes, override on the. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, nothing to say there. Okay, holy shit, that took forever. Holy shit, I was not expecting to record that. In fact, you guys might be able to tell this just based on when, how it goes up, but I'm probably going to split this into 2 parts because that trial lasted forever. And I'm sorry, this is probably going to be broken into 2 pieces and it's going to be a really weird split, so I'm apologizing right now for that split because it's weird and I didn't plan on it until after the episode got started. But yeah, this game just got real very quickly. Yeah. I mean, I didn't trust Sayaka, so I knew, I don't know. And then that last statement, him saying what she always said, that, I wouldn't be lying if that wasn't a shot to the chest. I'm a psychic. Oh, that actually hurt. But alright, after that long trial of both my patience and my skill and, a trial of students, I'm going to leave this episode here. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a very nice day. Thank you again.